Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we're gonna continue up the series for top 10 lists, and we are going for combat type. And yes, it's the time for top 10 combat types of the game. We just took an update with a lot of combat types, combat villains, combat females, combat males, and the combat class was pretty dry previously, so now we have a lot to talk about and see a lot of different variations you could combine, and having really good output in your ABX and in your World Boss Legend and in your PvP. Also, there is metas for PvP, there is supports metas, there is supports for World Boss Legend, support for GBR, there is plenty of characters in this top 10 list I just made, and we're gonna go through this. Before we go, don't forget to subscribe and like into the channel. Give me your support, guys, so I can keep up with these top 10 lists and do even more. So let's dive in and see the 10th character, the 10th most valuable combat class by my opinion, of course. I feel free to, you can feel free and comment down below if you feel like something is not proper, if something is wrong, and you want to say your opinion. Of course, everyone can make his own top 10 list. That's mine, and I know there is a lot of free to play and new players in my channel that want to learn where to invest their materials for Awaken or Tier 3. Let's go. For number 10, we got Colossus. It's a character that took a rework. It wasn't that good, didn't make him a really good character for anything, but the point for this character, it's only the uniform effect he got and the passive ability. His uniform effect gives him this passive ability, which give to all allies decrease damage received from reflected effect by 65% and decrease damage received for supervillain and superhero. So that makes him a support for everyone for PvP. He is meta for timeline battle as a support for like 1 bazillion years, and as you can see, his old uniform had pretty much the same. But it's only his passive of the skills. Yes, it's a tier 2 passive. The uniform effect, it's that he gives me, generally he had that passive, but now with the uniform, with the new uniform, he's getting the reflect also. So even if you don't have the latest uniform with the previous, he's having a lot of value, and he's awakened, but you can skip awaken him. He is completely usable without being awakened because he's a support type. You want to have a solid leadership for timeline battle, a character to do damage and tank, and this guy to support you every single time. He is solid and he is useful for alliance conquest, for timeline battle, and mostly PvP. But he is a really solid support to be in the 10th place. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Taskmaster, is another support, and this support is really bad also. Like Colossus, it's even better. He's even worse. With his tier 3, he's doing no damage. With his skills, he's doing no damage. He got a really nice ability, this one, which applies to all weapon master, increase critical guarding critical rate, increase ignore target dodge, and skill damage bonus damage. He's a really good support for characters like Moon Knight, Blade, Wolverine. There is a lot of characters that love to have him into the team up. But the main thing, thank you the swag, I can't try now, Venusian, I miss you, bro. And yes, the point is, the really good support stuff is here. It's giving 40% to super villains and superheroes, so he's usable for everyone, and again superheroes, so you can utilize him for PvP, I mean, as a support also, like Colossus. So he's good for World Boss Legend, he's good for GBR, he's good for Combat Villain Day in ABX. So if you want to be meta on ABX, you need this boy here to boost your damage, and he is 10 out of 10 a really good support with this uniform. Let's go to the number 8. In my opinion, in number 8, it's Kingpin with his paywall uniform. I know it's a paywall uniform, it's really a pain, but Yes, he dropped a lot. The best CTP to use on him for the two previous characters, the best CTP is 10 out of 10 CTP of Insight for Taskmaster and Colossus. For Colossus, perhaps Regen also, but mostly Insight is usable from everyone to get an extra boost on your timeline battle team or Alliance Conquest team. For Kingpin, the best is Raids, and he's only good for ABX. He mostly bad for any other content, and the good part is that you could utilize his leadership with his uniform for World Boss Legend also, you know, like 40% physical attack is really good for villain allies, and 30% HP is really good leadership for Hulk also, so you can utilize him as a support and a leadership for Hulk in Combat Villain Day. But now he's outplayed from a lot of character. You see Absorbing Man, you see Hulk, you see Titania, you see Juggernaut doing pretty much the same damage with him and with less money spent, you know. He's a paywall, so his uniform, it's a lot of expensive. That's why I dropped him into the 8th rank. Let's go to the next one. So my boy Logan, Old Man Logan, is number 7. He used to be the meta for ABX for a long time. With this uniform, he turned into a beast. I had him a raid and he was really good, but after he replaced up from Moon Knight, he dropped a lot, cause he's not really good for World Boss Legend, he's not good anywhere PvE wise, so he's only good for PvP and with a really fat build. I have this build and I want to unequip, you know, some ISOs from some Odyssey Blessing from him. You know, I can't suggest someone go build him for something because there's nothing that he's so good anymore. In total, if you don't have Moon Knight, if you don't have, you know, another character for PvP, he could help you, but he's so expensive. So for me, it's a skip. I just put him here because he was for 1.5 years the top TPS for ABX Combat Hero Day, but now the meta swap and Moon Knight is the best. But still, if you have him like that, you know, you don't really care about swapping into Moon Knight. So let's go to the next one. And the next one is Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is the number 6 of the list, and he was the best combat hero that you could clear GBR. He was the best to clear World Boss Legend. He was the best for agility tag. But after all these combat types came into, with Hulk, with Moon Knight, with Titania, with all these guys, he falling behind, but still he's standing still. He is really a nice guy to build. If you have a rage on him, you can easily do World Boss Legend stage 25 to 29 Mephisto. You can do agility tag stage 40 on Null. There is a lot of content that you could participate. He's not any good for ABX. He's really good for PvP also, and he's really cheap. With a uniform and, you know, a CTP of raids, he can do really nice damage. He's shadowed now by the other characters, but still, he's totally worth it. If you already have him, you know, tier 3, getting his uniform, he's gonna perform really nice for you. And he is the number 6. Let's go to the number 5, which in my opinion it's a female character, and that's Sif. With her latest uniform, she is proc friendly, so you could utilize her with proccing obelisk. She is really useful as a support and a leadership, so you can utilize her with CTP of Insight, and she is like the 3rd best character for combat female. If you don't have Valkyrie, if you don't have Titania, she could perform really nice for your account. So you're taking advantage here as a leadership, as a support, and as a DPS. So she got all 3 in one package. She's not good for PvP, but she got a really good passive ability, which is right here. No, it's in her uniform. And the leadership, 35% physical attack, 30% HP. She's a really good support for Hulk also, because of the HP, and this is what you want. She's giving 45% damage. You're doing 45% more damage against world bosses. So she's really cool, she's helpful for ABX, Combat Female Day, and she's generally a solid support and leadership for GBR and World Boss Legend. So let's go to the next one. The next one is one of the most solid supports, if not the most solid, Valkyr. And she's having a lot of damage with her new uniform, with the CTP of Rage or with the proccing obelisk. She can perform really nice for ABX, and it's a waste giving her an insight because her damage is so high. She is the second best female combat type, and she can do really nice for GBR herself. She can do support for World Boss Legend. She's supporting the free day for Loki in ABX for the free day. She's supporting for combat female. She's an absolute beast. So she's an all-rounder. You can use her for PvE World Boss Legend because of the ignore dodge she got. And as you can see, she's doing your characters more durable, also giving you the damage, less damage from super villains. You know, you're decreasing basic damage received from super villains. Generally, I totally vote for her. If you have to choose one support, she's totally worth it, and she's out DPSing a lot of character, even if she's tagged as a support. And the very next character, okay, sorry, Venusian the Swag, I can't really do that right now. The very next character, it's Titania. And guys, I couldn't expect myself when I was starting making these lists back there, like 1 week ago, when I was thinking what's the tier list for combat type gonna look like, that Titania is gonna be top 3. But there is no question about, I mean, Titania can pull out for you 2 days of ABX of combat villain. She is like toe-to-toe with Kingpin. She's toe-to-toe with all of the others that just came into the game. She's kind of worse than Hulk, but still, she is the best leadership for these characters. Not Hulk, the other combat villains, because they already got strong. So Kingpin, so if you don't want to build her for doing damage, she's excellent support, excellent leadership, and she's doing damage a lot. More than Valkyr, in my opinion, for combat female, more than Kingpin, for my account at least. And when I was trying her, she was doing pretty much the same or more than Kingpin. She was doing pretty much the same or more than Valkyr. So with her raids, she shines a lot. And if you utilize the damage accumulation from the third skill, she can output really, really good for GBR, for World Boss Legend. She got the strong ability, and she's buffing all the strong ability characters from the new passive she took. And here, burst, it's really a lot. This is the support, 25%, and your leaders is 60, so it's 85% support for strong characters, and she's doing herself a lot of supporting. So the best out of 3 female combat, it's her. So you want her to have a raids, putting her in the female ABX as a leadership, supporting Valkyr and Sif, and 1 insight on them, and you are cool. You don't want anything else. She can outscore anyone. For combat villain, same thing. She's completely a monster. Completely perfect rework for Netmarble, and I'm totally Titania's team. Let's go to the last 2 guys. I had to choose between Moon Knight and Hulk, who is gonna be the first and who is gonna be the second. And I'm gonna start with Moon Knight. Moon Knight is totally a beast. When you gain level 80 or level 72 with this uniform, even if you have a proccing obelisk, he can outscore all of your roster. I mean, he is a beast. His damage for PvE, it's out of your mind. In ABX and World Boss Legend, he is totally a beast. For ABX, he works really nice with an energy, but a rage is more stable in my opinion in general. And for World Boss Legend, he's kind of behind, but general, he's one of the top 3 or top 4 DPS in the game, period. He is completely a monster. And he got the tags that helps him a lot. He is He got the leadership ability, he got weapon master, he is a human, he is a combat, so you can utilize him a lot in World Boss Legend, and he is the best for ABX Combat Hero Day. So if you want to do high score, you need this guy. And yes, he's completely out of your mind. He's not good at all for PvP. That's why I hold him behind, because Hulk from the other side with less build, he can do everything. He's an all-arounder, totally. I have on my Moon Knight like that, and he's really nice. He's kind of fragile, but he's really nice. He can heal, he can do whatever you want. You can see I have a lot of Odin's Blessing there also. He's really good. But I'm gonna explain you why I believe Hulk is best in the number one. Let's go for it. Number one is Hulk, and I still believe that his full potential is not sold somehow. I mean, when he gonna get the mighty and brilliant refinement, the egg, then he gonna sign. But at the moment, I feel like he is a really good character. You don't really need to invest on him, nothing. I have this obelisk, and the guy cleared stage 55 Mephisto, where I was doing with Iron Man progress. So my Iron Man got a CTP of raids, and his old uniform, of course, and he's tier 4, right? And he's staying alive there, okay, and he's clearing it. But he was struggling, he was doing it faster than Hulk, but Hulk is there. Hulk can stay there in the world boss and kill it. He got the damage, he got the HP, he's healing, he's stable. You don't really need to do anything crazy with his rotation, you just pressing the skills. He's doing it, he's totally noob friendly, you can play with him a lot and having really good results. And I'm kind of believe that Moon Knight perhaps deserves the first one and Hulk the second one, just because Hulk needs you to have more HP on your cards, needs you to have you know, an aspect on the game. You need to put HP Urus on his and Moon Knight is simpler, you know. You got Moon Knight, you got World Boss Legend, you got ABX, you got a lot of damage. You got Hulk, you got everything. You got Timeline Battle, you got Alliance Conquest meta. For Timeline Battle, you need to invest a lot on him. You can't go like this build and having results. But in general, he just wants a CTP of regeneration, and he can do a lot of content with you. For you, he is completely free, only 1000 crystals. Moon Knight also. Moon Knight better for PvE, Hulk better for a lot of content. He's good with this thing here, with this obelisk and this build. As you see, I was able to score 9 million in ABX, which is a lot. I'm doing 9.4 with Kingpin. Like, if I play like crazy, I'm doing 9.4, and I did 9 million with him, like without even progging, you know. I was just playing around. He's really good also. So in between these two, I'm not sure 100%. And I have to tell something about my list. I could put in Absorbing Man, I could put in also Juggernaut, but I decided not to, because Absorbing Man, it's pretty much kind of like Shang-Chi, but more stable. He's more stable to proc, but he's kind of harder to, you know, you can't really clear stage 25 with an obelisk. So I can't really tell you go and build Absorbing Man for just that content, because if you give him a raid, he's not that good. I did myself, and without guarding critical rate, he's kind of hard. So I dropped in the list the characters that are most free to play friendly. Absorbing Man is a really top 5. If we say free to play, top 5 is Absorbing Man for sure, but he needs some love, and he needs to know how to proc to play proper with him. So he's kind of hard in my opinion. Juggernaut the same, he's paywall. I'm not gonna tell you to go and invest on a paywall character that he's good only in PvP at the end. Perhaps they are better from the other characters. Perhaps Juggernaut is better than Wolverine at the moment for PvP. But you know what? Wolverine got a value that you're gonna see it in 1 year from now. He's gonna get a uniform. Shang-Chi the same. He's still in the MCU. He's gonna stay there. He's gonna take another uniform. But Absorbing Man and Juggernaut is not gonna get anything. Titania from the other side, she is top meta. I can't skip here. She is top meta for a lot of content. The other two, they're not top meta for anything. But they're Absorbing Man is free to play. One for all, and Juggernaut is paywall. So yes, I'm not gonna say anything about these two, but they could fit in this list. That's why I mentioned it. I hope I helped you decide what you're gonna build next. Drop down below in the comments if you were thinking to build someone and now I changed your mind, or I make you wanna build someone, you know. Give me your support, like the video, smash the like button, and also yes, the comments that you're gonna ask, the question that you're gonna answer down below in the comments is gonna be which tier list you want to be next, universal or speed. I feel like speed gonna change, so I'm tempted to do universal, but let me know down below in the comments, guys. See you in the next. Bye bye to everyone. I hope you get smile.